Take him out. Oh my God, they shot it down. No way. Right at it.
Anyway, brothers and sisters, I want to show you that this morning. Put up my views on the matter. It's been in the news here. This supposed spy balloon. I think they came up with a, in my view, I don't believe that for a minute. I believe that that is the goofiest way in the world, I think, to spy on people. I don't think that in our day and age that they would use something like that. More than likely, it was a contrived contraption, possibly to double as there's something hanging from the bottom of it that looked like the International Fake Station. and so we can go out, sometimes the weathermen will say, hey, y'all go out and look up in the sky and you'll see the supposed space station go by. They'll say that, in the news, not the news, but the weather. And anyway, they'll say, go out there and look at it, and it'll, be up there in a high atmosphere, you can't see. You might see a light. But anyway, this, in my view, was one that got lower, and they came up with this, one of the worst explanations in the world, on a reason to shoot it down, because people would discover that it was a corporate, is that the word, effort. What I'm saying is, brothers and sisters, the Chinese, let me read this little passage to you. In my view here, the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointing, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Well, really, brothers and sisters, what I think that this is talking about is all the kings of the earth, people in high places, are against the Lord. And anyway, they come up with a lie every time you turn it on. But I think this thing right here was getting too low, probably. This is my view on the matter. It was getting too low, and they had to dispatch it because everybody would find out, their trickery, what was going on up in the atmosphere, which nobody has been to the moon. Nobody has gone into outer space. It's all contained within the firmament, brothers and sisters. And that is what is going on. But here we have, I think they had to think fast and come up with a very bad explanation for this balloon that just anybody could walk out and look in the yard and look up and see. So it got too low in my view, and if it came to Earth, people would see that it was something that they all had a part in my view. They conspired together to trick God's people, But this, in my view, was something that went wrong, and they had to shoot it down so we wouldn't see, people couldn't see what it was. But the International Fake Station was hanging, well, it looked like, what little panels. Now, it could have had other reasons for it being up there, to not just for us to look up and have lights on it where you could see it, when it's real up high, and up there and blowing through the trade winds, and people can see that that see lights, and people think that they're actually satellites up there. But this is what a satellite is, in my view. So maybe here's another explanation. Maybe people were getting tired of the CGI, the CGI. People were seeing through the CGI. What do they call it? Photoshop pictures that they put up, and they wanted some from real high altitude, and they might have had some cameras on that lower part of it. They didn't photograph the balloon part, but just photographed the corners of that panel, and then showed some real good high altitude shots that were real. So that could be another reason that they would be doing something like that. But anyway, the kings of the earth all together in on this, brothers and sisters. The kings of the earth to deceive God's people. Anything you see on television is up there to deceive you. You hear those fellas, shoot it down, these spies. What do they need? A balloon to spy on America? All they got to do is call them up on the phone and say, hey, tell us some of these secrets. That's another thing, these secrets, supposed secrets they got. The only secret they got, brothers and sisters, is that they're lying to you about everything. Everything you think is real is really made up, manufactured from one big lie. And that is that Satan is God. But I'm telling you the truth, brothers and sisters. God is God. Jesus Christ is God, the Son of God. And he's ruling and reigning right now from his heaven. And at his appointed time, and he'll dispatch with the old devil when he gets through with everything that is written. Anyway, I want to get on here and put my view out here about this supposed this spy balloon. I can't think of a more inconvenient way to spy than to put a balloon up there in the air. Now, this, brother and sister, was something else that the news is trying to tell you. That's my point of view on it. They're all together in on deceiving us. So, if it got to the ground, probably everybody would see. Well, people, they didn't want somebody else to find it and put it up on YouTube or something. Of course, they'd take it down probably, but that it's just I put it up on the internet. Let's put it that way. Put it up on the World Wide Web, and people would see that it was just it had other reasons for it being up there, especially such a big one as that one was, with what looked like an international fake station hanging below it. I thought to myself, well, if they turned the camera away from the balloon and just showed the panels, what looked like the space station panels, that would make it look like they were up there. They'd have better shots, and they wouldn't have to CGI everything. But that could be a reason too. But probably it was so the weatherman could say, "Hey, go outside and look. They're up there." And when it goes by in the winds, what they used to call the trade winds, would blow it by. You could go out there and say, "Hey, look, the International Fake Station." But anyway, I want to get on here and address it. But anyway, peace and love, brothers and sisters. That's over there. That's my. I use that in one of my skits where I was. Well, you have to make humor out of the thing, because if it wasn't so sad, it would make you laugh, brother. Said that these rockets can push off air that's not even there, and go back and forth into God's heaven, camp out up there, without even taking a shower. How ridiculous is that? Tell me something. In these suits they have, supposedly, if you sprung a leak, you'd be in. How do they? I just put it this way: how do they take care of the fecal matter? Let's put it that way. problems like that, No, brother and sister, it's all a big story. And they want to see how much that God's people will buy, how much they can fool you. And most people, when it comes from somebody that's got more money than them, and talks with a European accent, or got a lot of letters, they don't, they hardly name anything now. They always use letters in front, in front of the back of their name, Oh, get him, shoot him down. Those invaders, they're trying to get our secrets. The big secret, brothers and sisters, is that they're lying to you about just about everything. Those in high places are lying to you. Anyway, peace and love, brothers and sisters. Coming to you from down here in Alabama. From this old man, an old boy that never grew up.